social norms. Um, Shout out to the admins in the comments and baby sis. And following this show, we got another segment from Major League Podcasting. So if you guys want to stay around and listen to that, we got Ken and A Nizzle doing that one. So yeah, man, we'll just get into it, man. We'll just start with Dre since you up here with the Chargers beanie on.
I've been on here 6 months, man. Straight. Me, it keeps me out of trouble, and it's a good way to connect with people. So I'm happy to be here, like OG said.
Right, for sure. Yeah, me and Dre from the same city and stuff. And I literally was telling people like how streaming like kept me from doing a lot of stuff. And he literally just said the same thing, you know what I'm saying? So it gotta be true, right? Gotta be true. All right, Aquarian. Go ahead, bro.
Aquarian Soul. I've been here since February. Um, I'm admin for a few shows here on the app. I mean, I'll be all over the place. Got an auction Saturday. I do too much, but not enough though.
Do too much, not enough. All right, Shad, OG.
OG shot, that's for a reason. I help pay these tax streets. This is my second loop around, you understand? New page and everything. So I'm live daily, you know what I'm saying, multiple times a day. Fade me if you can. Saturdays, 10 o'clock, co-hosting the Red Room Talk Show with Jen and Juice, the Red Room Talk. You know what I'm saying? The first, very first, you know what I'm saying, feature talk show host. You know what I'm saying? All that stuff on the app. So yeah, y'all catch me out here, you feel me? Been waiting for this opportunity to link up with you, Mir. You know what I'm saying? It was a high recommendation. You know what I'm saying? For somebody I trusted, it was like, yo, trying to get back out there, you know what I'm saying? See if you can link up with him. So here we are, and I'm just thankful for the opportunity. And you know what I'm saying? Respect everybody that's out here.
No, yeah, for sure. It's the first time I could say that it's been like an all male panel because the ladies always come through. They always want to come and debate and get on. You know what I'm saying? So, um, hey man, it's always good to you guys, man, and see everybody. Oh my man, you're gonna have to probably leave and come right back, bro. But yeah, if you guys just now tuning in, welcome to How Times Changed. All right. So pretty much we're gonna go over being us. You know what I'm saying? Just because you don't really hear a group of guys really just speak about being dudes, you know what I'm saying? So one thing that I put together pretty much was everybody comes from different, backgrounds, different styles, got different things going on. So it'll be a good thing to have different outlooks. Everybody lives somewhere different. We all live from the same place, you know what I'm saying? And we all experience the same things as men. So we'll jump into that. So we'll just dive in. Aquarian, since you've been waiting 8 months, to be on the show, how do you feel? How do you feel about just being a dude in the essence?
You mean like in today's time, right?
Yeah, in today's time, yeah.
I don't know. Honestly speaking, I feel like being a straight heterosexual male in 2023 is somewhat under attack. I feel like the foundations and the morals that has to do with what it means to be a man is being distorted. Social media is really like turning some of these young dudes into something different. Like I don't know, like it's a scary time. Like becoming more violent. People handle everything like I was born in '87. You know what I'm saying? Like so it's just like when I was younger, coming up, like you know what I'm saying, like I we would have a squabble with a person, like okay, we might fight right quick. You know what I'm saying? Like, but nobody had to die in that situation. You know what I mean? Like now it's like every argument that comes about, somebody getting shot like left and right all over the country. So I don't know, it's scary for me.
When you used to say like probably when you was a kid, you didn't really feel like you was scared to go outside.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not scared to go outside now, like per se, but I know it's a higher chance of getting shot today than it ever was back then, like, right? You know what I'm saying? Like going outside back then, like I say, the most you'll have is somebody might run up talking stuff, right? You might have a squabble, like we use these hands real quick, like you go your way, I go my way. You know what I'm saying? Like it is what it is until whatever happened next time. Like, but now it's like I'm saying, I hear people like they be having arguments, next you know, boom, boom.
All right. All right. What you think, Shot?
My point of view, being from the back deep country woods of South Carolina, but trees and churches, you know what I'm saying, the area I'm from. I could tell you where it is and you would need GPS to find it. That's for real, for real. I served this country and everything. I've been some places and done some things, you know what I'm saying, gang banged and all of that. I just feel like the essence of a man has changed because I'm seeing a lot of situations that's going on that I wouldn't stand for, you know. And as a man, we do need to understand that when it comes to us and our essence, like one of our most underprotected asset is our women, our Black women, to be specific. There are situations where people are just but I just feel like it's more violence and stuff going on than it is actual love. And like being a part of this all male panel is very important because it definitely starts with us and we definitely need more of this. We need a safe space to be able to talk about things like this because it's important. You know what I'm saying?
All right.
Everybody's point of view doesn't have to be the same, but it's the conversation that needs to be had. And the change definitely starts with us. And if I can't come to somebody else out of love, and you know what I'm saying, as a brother, you know, be like, hey, this wasn't right, or maybe we could try this way or that way. Why it gotta be a squabble? Why does it have to be beef? You know what I'm saying? I'm coming to you from a place of care. And I just feel like the aspect of love is what's lost out here because people will be better than the next, you know what I'm saying? Or nobody's never seen a struggle in their life. Everybody rich on tag. I'm just gonna be honest with you. Everybody rich. Ain't nobody ever seen a bad day. Ain't nobody ever had their bank account messed up. None of that. Everybody rich on here. Talking about baller, but in reality, like everybody's gonna need that outlet. And I just feel like stuff like this is needed. And in order for us to get back to actually being what men are supposed to be, providers, protectors, and all that good stuff, we gotta be able to have these conversations with each other. We gotta be able to check our brothers and check in on our brothers.
For sure. Definitely. Dre,
Yo.
Big 619. What's up?
Yeah, man. You know, one thing I've noticed just by correcting myself as a man first, you know, being my situation of isolated for 7 years, I learned a very strong word that I carry on today and I hold everybody else to it, and that's accountability. And I feel like that's the only way people can grow. So that's my new rule that not only did I learned by looking at myself, but I learned when I came back to, you know, civilization and stuff and got back to the swing of things. I noticed that I can't have a friendship or relationship with somebody without accountability and communication. There's only two things that I need, you know, because if we got those two things, that means we could get through disagreements, we could get through, you know, just seeing things differently. I can be able to hold myself accountable if I'm wrong because I'm not always going to be right. But if I got somebody around me that can tell me I'm wrong, you know, that's a big thing to me. Like me and my homie was just talking about it. Like, you know, why is it so hard to tell somebody something about themselves? It always ends with somebody like get mad, want to fight, or just severing the ties of the friendship when it's not supposed to be like that. You want people around you that's gonna tell you, like you're not doing right. You feel me? And it might be
Right.
hard to hear sometimes, but then your job as a man is to reciprocate that. So there are certain signs, and I believe in like what bro said, like it starts with us, and I'm not gonna let that down because like we can try to blame these females for masculine energy and all that, but it's a reason why they have to do that. You know, it's a lack of men that's supporting them and that's being in their life, so they have to do that for survival. Feel me? And then there's no way I'm gonna be threatened by a female with a certain amount of masculine energy because I'm the man. You ain't gonna have more than me. You know what I'm saying? So if a man come around, that stuff is gone. You feel me? If you could get her to get back to just being a woman and being her natural nurturing state, she's gonna be that. You feel me? And like I said, it start with us. And yeah, that's my thing, bro. Accountability, man.
For sure. For sure. Shaka, what's up, bro? How you
Bro,
feeling,
you hear me
man? You
good?
good? Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
feeling
Go
good,
ahead.
man.
What you
You know
thinking?
what I'm saying? I had to get the connection and the setup right. But look, I like how y'all we all kind of got the same mindset of what it is to be a black man in the US. You get what I'm saying? And I feel like when you're a black man in the US, you low key inherited a war that you didn't know you were a part of. You get what I'm saying? A lot of things are in play that has been here before us. You know what I'm saying? We've been through a lot of things. Like you can go from slavery to the crack era to what they did with the Nation of Islam and stuff like that. And every time we try to come together, it seems to be a threat to the system. You get what I'm saying? Or a threat to those who would like to see us down. You get what I'm saying? So the main thing that it is to be black is for them is to more keep us separate because as black people we have less than 1% of the wealth in this country. You get what I'm saying? And that's partly because we can't get along.
Right.
We're victims of the not. I don't want to say victims because we ain't nobody victims, but you got the prison industrial complex and certain things like that. That it's a lot of institutions that they used to say the biggest threat to America was black unification. You get what I'm saying? So it's rare to see man that can be able to talk about certain things because once we get to talking and we get to building our brains together, we can do powerful things. You get what I mean? So and that goes on to the what with women, the woman and the gender war and stuff like that. I never feed into that because if you got the emasculation or a black woman being masculine, and then you got the feminization of the black man. This is all a part of a bigger plan to keep us down. You get what I'm saying? So once we become aware and we
Right.
can talk about certain things like this, then that's when we can build and start thinking of solutions to the problems we have. So I love being a part of a panel like this where we can just talk and get stuff off our chest and be able to build with each other. So that's dope. You know what I'm saying? So
Right.
it's pretty much how I feel about the
All right,
situation.
Shad. You a big dude like me, Shad, right? When people see you, they look a little weird. Have you ever just wanted to like shake somebody, just grab them and shake them just because they're stereotyping you by looking at you?
Whew. Um, let's say more times than I can count. And that's one of the things that I hate. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna be honest with you. I move in love. You understand? And you disrespect me, then things can go ugly. But other than that, I move in love. You know what I'm saying? Just that plain and simple. Um, I'm a southern gentleman, as I like to say. You feel me? Ladies catch me in the supermarket all the time, can't reach stuff. Excuse me, sir. Oh, you're handsome. Could you grab that for me? Sure. You know what I'm saying? Sure, no problem. You feel me? Hold the door open for you. I do things like that. But there are some people that just be like, and I'm like, hi, I can see you. How you doing? You know, you're like, hi, yeah. I'm just tall. You feel me? I'm here. You know, I was making sure I didn't bump into you, things like that. Because being this tall, you definitely got to be able to look down because the navigation around places is crazy.
All right. I thought I
But
asked you
yeah,
since you the tallest here, you know. Yeah. All right, Aquarius. What about you, bro, for your hair? Because you do have, locks, man. How do you feel just having locks being in the world?
I feel like it's definitely an automatic stereotype. I catch people staring at me all the time, like literally all the time. And it's like, I look around, I'm just scoping the area. I look around, I catch you eye to eye, and you try to turn your head. Like, and it's just like, like, or some people, what is it? I hate when people come up to me, of the lighter variety, and they say stuff to me like, "Oh, I like your locks. You have the good locks." Like, or they be like, "I love your braids." Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it just be, it just be crazy. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'd be like, I don't know, but it's cool though. Like, I mean, you get used to it over time. But as long as you don't touch my hair, we good. Like, you know what I'm saying, just don't randomly come up touching my hair. Like, you know what I'm saying, it
Oh, I
ain't it
like
ain't no
this.
feminine. Yeah, like, whoa, what the fuck? I mean, what the heck? What's going on? Like I'm saying, I'm sorry. My it was a
You
it
good.
was a
Go
God
ahead,
honest
continue.
response.
flashback.
But I was just like, yeah, facts. Facts. But it's just like, yeah, like, like have respect, like, you know what I'm saying, or whatever it might be. Like, I don't know, it's just people are weird when it comes to locks, and then certain jobs they like you read all the time how people get fired because of having locks, and I just like, dang, am I going to have to actually deal with that at some point in time? Currently, right now, I'm not. I haven't had to deal with it, but I could move somewhere else. The next thing you know, I try and go for a good job, and I'm not cutting these like unless I feel like it, you feel me. So it's just
Right.
like it's just weird. It's just weird seeing all the stereotypes that come with our hair, but then you also see the also immolation and imitation of our hair at the same time. While you're trying to tell me it's not good on me, but it's good on you. Oh, okay, but
Right. I feel that. Dre, our speech,
Yo,
how how you feel about that in the world.
man, that's crazy you asked that question because that's one of the challenges I'm having now since being home is like, I always been vocal and communicative, but now the ladies is mentioning my tone of voice. Now I understand that because when I get passionate, I'm passionate, and I say nigga a lot. So it's a lot of females like they don't like that. When you say nigga, they feel like you taking away their femininity when you call them nigga. And it's something that I'm working on consciously now that I'm aware of it, but it is hard because I say it without remembering. I don't even know what I'm saying it. You know what I'm saying? Like when I get in my mom, like, yeah, nigga, we gotta do this and nigga this. You know what I'm saying? So it's hard to get out of that. So that's crazy. You asked me that, but I look at that as a sign as like I'm going towards the right direction and focus on what I need to work on. And tone is a big thing, because you can say something in a certain way, and what they say, you attract more bees with honey. You know what I'm saying?
Oh
So
yeah.
if
Yeah,
I
then
could
with
keep it,
vinegar.
yeah, if I keep my tone smooth and direct, I'll get more out of it than if my tone is too raised or is too loud. They're not gonna get the message I'm trying to relay. What I'm saying? No matter how positive I'm trying to be with it, or no matter how much I'm trying to help somebody, if the tone is wrong, they're gonna miss the whole message.
Yeah, for
So
sure, for sure. All right, Shaka, your skin color, since you're the darker of us four, how how is that? I gotta mess with him.
Right.
This is my
I
bro
know
right here.
it. Nah, but for real, nah, when you it's crazy because you know
They got you.
we might, but once you get into
You breaking up, bro. So
right,
you gonna have to come back. All right. Yeah, you gotta man, my man been ready. We've been talking, he been ready to do this, man. So we gonna get him on here. It's gonna be good. So look, everybody, if you just now sliding in, man, welcome to How Times Change. Every Wednesday, 1 p.m. Eastern. If you're interested in being on the show, you go on my Instagram. We got a link in the bio. And you guys could self book yourself. Also, you can reach out to one of the admins, Royalty, Maria, Ash, Chocolate, and Ken. Um, like Nate Nizzle in there somewhere too. Nate Nizzle, you know.
yeah,
Uh,
good enough.
yeah, go ahead, bro.
Yeah, I'm saying, okay, so with the dark skin, light skin thing, we are, it's crazy how you could say something happened like 500, 600 years ago, but everything is still in play, right? So when we come to it, that was the house nigga in the field nigga. You get what I'm saying? So when it comes to that, you can say like Malcolm X was mixed. You get what I'm saying? But when it came down to it, they still seen him as a threat, whether he was light or dark. You get what I'm saying? So we do it more like we do it more with the dark skin, light skin thing than white people do because they gonna all see us as black. You know what I'm saying? You got somebody who might come from Nigeria or the US and they might come out here and be like, I'm Nigerian, I'm not black. But when they see you, you black. You get what I'm saying? And they're gonna treat you the same way
Right,
because to you, if it's not blonde hair, blue eyes, then you not one of them. You get what I'm saying? So the dark skin thing or the black thing in general, when they see our skin tone, they gonna think the same thing, whether you light brown or a darker shade of brown. You get what I'm saying? So me, the way I feel about being black in general is like we know we gotta navigate certain ways because we're not gonna be seen as part of America. My boy right here, Shai, said he served in the military and stuff like this. One thing I always say is we done fought in every war that this country has ever had, but sometimes we still don't get the same amount of respect as if somebody who came and never fought for this country. You get what I'm saying? So
yeah,
black is black and black is beautiful at the same time.
Right, for sure. The real scrap. Them comments is hitting, P. I see you in there. All right. Yeah. uh, yeah, you understand what's going on. So, all right, Dre, we'll say, all right, far as like men's health, how do you think men take care of their health in the world? Black men, I would should say, not just men.
I mean, I know how I was raised. Hospital was the last resort, and when you were sick, you still had to go to practice. Because I had my pops around. I had both parents around, but pops, he always made sure like just because you're sick, you gotta go to practice. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna sweat it out. So I guess being that young and having them like being taught that now that I'm older, it's like I do have a problem with like going to the hospitals and stuff. Like, you know, and it's crazy to say because it do be times when I really need to go check out what's going on. We're getting older. I'm not necessarily taking the best care of my health. You know what I'm saying? Good looking, bro. And I just need to I need to handle that and it's crazy. I'm pretty sure a lot of black men that went through that. Like unless you broke something, you wasn't going to the hospital. You know what I'm saying?
Right,
Like
for sure.
I just stepped on nails and all kind of stuff. You know, the most I had to do was because my mom was in the medical field. She was like the balance to my pops. So she'd be like, "Oh, that would have rust on it. He gotta go get that tetanus shot or whatever that thing called." So, but other than that, yeah, we didn't do too much hospitals, and now it's like a fear within black community with hospitals, especially now. The hospitals is actually messing us up, so it's even scarier now. I done had an auntie pass away because when she caught COVID, they didn't do what they were supposed to do in the hospital. And that's now that I've when that story hits close home, it's like when you got a car, you see everybody with that same car. So now that I know her story, I'm hearing that story everywhere. Everybody done
Right.
lost somebody in the hospital that was supposed to go there to get fixed, and they messed up. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah,
Yeah.
that's how I feel
We
about
always
hospital.
hear about we always hear about errors in the hospital, but we don't necessarily know anybody that actually went through it, until it does happen. So error is human like, we're not gonna get on nothing like too spiritual or anything like that, but it's regular. Humans make mistakes, you know what I'm saying? So and look, everybody be sliding in. Make sure you hit the boxes with a fave. We're gonna get our historical fact real quick. You know what I'm saying? So Nate Nizzle hit the box. All right, everybody. This is Nate Nizzle.
Hello, everybody. I'm Nay Nizzle. I'm from San Diego, California, and I'm
Okay.
going to be bringing you guys today
Good feeling,
historical
man.
fact. The first vehicle sold between 1888 and 1893 was a Mercedes Benz. 25 were sold exactly. Beginning in 2024, Amazon will be letting shoppers purchase vehicles online. You can either go pick them up or you can have them delivered to you by your local dealership. The first car sold on Amazon was also a Mercedes Benz. Now, before I actually get out and let these men go ahead and give me their feedback on how they feel about that, let me say how I feel about that.
All right.
First car that I purchased in San Diego, California was at a dealership with no credit, no license. They let me drive off that lot with no credit and no license. Okay? So for me, how I feel about it is it's a good thing, it's as well as a bad thing, right? Because I feel like the world that we're coming in is so technology based now, right? So you either are about to get left behind or get with this credit and license. Come on, y'all. Come on. That's
No,
all I
real.
gotta say. Hey everybody. I'm gonna come back in a little later, but thank y'all so much for having me up here. And hey, gentlemen, hello.
Hey, how you
All right,
doing?
Nate.
I favored you up, Nate.
This
All right,
this
Hit
y'all.
you
good.
with a fave too, yo.
Yeah, I definitely favored you.
All right, Mir.
Nate
All right. All
got
right,
two
Nate.
names
Nate funny.
here.
She was ready. I told her, I was like, hey, here, deliver the fact. And she was like, boom, I got it. All right. You
How
know what I'm
you feel
saying?
about it?
So pretty much like one thing, if anybody knows me for real, they know that I like technology. You know what I'm saying? And I'm definitely a person that if I can live my whole life without like, really having to physically be around people, then I would do it. And it's not because I don't want to be around people. It's just because I know what goes on outside. Like, like I understand the dangers of being outside, being in stores, the stuff that could happen in an instant. So I just feel comfortable within my skin, especially when you used to like being out. You can't even walk to the taco shop, you know what I'm saying, without getting shot at. You can't go to certain liquor stores. You can't go to certain neighborhoods. You can't even be with your mom at Walmart getting, some stuff for the family. You gotta always be looking around, you know what I'm saying? So I understand how that is. And even when you move out of bounds, that's like outside of the regular place that you live, you know what I'm saying? You still have that because now it's even worse because you're an outsider now. At least in your city, you might feel a certain way. But as far as technology wise, like, I mean, I don't know if I would buy a car on Amazon. I know they have the car vending machine places and other spots where you could buy cars, but it's like with Amazon, they already got everything sold up, you
Right.
know? So now you could buy a car. And then Nay then mentioned that they're going to start selling houses on Amazon. You know what I'm saying? So now you can buy a house on Amazon. You can buy a car on Amazon, and the payments will be paid directly, coming out your account. It'll be like a draft out your account like any other bill, but it will say Amazon.
Right.
And they're partnering with Honda first. They already sold a couple cars, but they're about to have a partnership with Honda. So I wonder if Alexa is going to be in the cars.
So you can
You know what I'm
sell
saying?
control on Amazon.
So yeah. So what you guys thinking about Amazon taking over the world?
Shit, man. Like it's just part of it, man. It's just times has changed, like you said, man. The times change, and I guess it go back to like the OGs that like just was stuck in their ways, and they just become sounding like bitter and like not trying to help the younger ones. So it's like you can't grow like that. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, you gotta adapt to things. And we also have the power to be like, I'm not with that. So at the same time, it goes back to accountability. Like just because we getting all these ads thrown in our face and all this technology thrown in our face, don't mean you got to go purchase it just because everybody else getting it or it's the newest thing. Like if it ain't for you, it ain't for you. Keep it pushing. So I like the way things is heading. But as far as like a car and all that, like I'm gonna do like Pops did me. He put me in that steel. You feel me? He put me in that 77 Riviera. He knew I was young and knew the driving. So if I did run into something, I'll be a little more sustainable to it than them aluminum cars.
Right.
So yeah, I'm a big steel dude. Like I agree with dude with the leasing part, because I feel like a job is to help you make some money. So you should be making a certain amount of money. So if I'm spending 1,000 a month, I should be making close to 5,000 off that investment. So
Right. I've been directly affected by that. I lost out on a $13,000 contract because of business switching online. You know what I'm saying? So something that I could guarantee, count a guaranteed 12, 13 bands in my pocket every year. Now it's like, well, that's gone now. So now it took a big chunk out. So how am I going to make up $13,000 each year? So I understand that. Aquarian, what you thinking about it, bro?
Uh, I feel like that technology is a thing that everybody uses. Is really taken away from us as human beings, like our ability to communicate and contact with each other. Like, I think that what we're looking at is something that could possibly become a bad thing later because usually we don't see the problem with certain things during our time, like, right? Like, so right now, you may look at it and not really see a problem with it, but a few years later, give it like 5, 10 years down the line, like it could be an issue. I mean, you already have an issue where you said that Amazon's going to start selling houses. You have corporations buying up houses left and right all over the country. Like, so it's taken away from regular people being able to purchase homes or having to pay more for homes and things of that nature. Like, so that's already a problem that you connected to the fact that y'all are doing that. What's next, right? You know what I'm saying? Like, you already got people that have chips in their arms that are about to start scanning in order to be able to purchase things. Like, so, right? You know what I'm saying? Like, you don't want to be like what they call us conspiracy theories and shit like and stuff like that.
I'm
But
definitely a
you
conspiracy theorist for
but
sure.
it's, I mean, even that's distorted. Like, what is a conspiracy applied by to warn people to commit a crime? Like, right? It's not like a whack
Exactly.
job. Like, and you just because you don't see the crime right now, don't mean it's not happening, right? But it's just
Exactly.
like what we talk about, like technology taking over and people about to start going into the metaverse and losing themselves in the metaverse. Like, bro, it's getting scary. Like, I don't want keep that VR stuff away from me, bro. I don't want no parts of that, like at all.
Yeah,
Like, I'm just
it's
like,
been so much with
What's
that
Amazon?
also. Yeah.
What's Amazon gonna control next? Like yo sexual habits, like because people are getting these
Man,
robots and
them
robots is
hoes.
doing all like yo, it's getting promise you, like technology, people be
Uh,
doing way too much technology. Like, but then the worst part about it is it makes people weird. Like, because it's like, yo, like without technology, we used to have to walk up on a female and talk to you. I have to actually show you real personality. You know what I'm saying? Like now I can just pretend who I am online, like, and you better hope that I'm really that person when you meet me.
Mhm.
Like,
Man,
you know what I'm saying? Yo,
that's the scary part.
right. You know, we talked about that in the previous weeks where like on VR how the I think it was the call up, not the call up, gamer one, I believe,
Mhm.
where there was like a guy, big fat sloppy guy, and his avatar was a female, and he was going out and talking to all the dudes and doing weird stuff with his avatar, you know what I'm saying? So, you know, it's getting weird, you know, like on here, you know, we're all on tag, you know, you ever have somebody come in on stream, you know, and you like look at their pictures, you're like, okay, well get in the box, and they just don't get in the box, or you never see them live, or you know everybody knows who they are, but you just never seen them, you know
that's
what
a
I'm saying?
fact. That's a fact.
Like we're on like far as like we're disconnected from like people on Facebook or whatever, because people on Facebook they go off of pictures and videos. You know what I'm saying? All that stuff could be stolen. You know, there was a whole show, Catfish. All that stuff could be stolen. Versus us on Tag, where it's like Ghost. I don't know if you're a real person, Ghost. Unless you hit the box or you go live, I'm not gonna believe a word you're saying. You know. So, what you think, Mr. 66?
All right, we talking about the personas and everything online.
Yes.
To be honest, I'm gonna be honest, you can't really put nothing past nobody. Nobody. Yeah. Even if they're smiling in your face, you know what I'm saying, whatever the case may be, can't put nothing past nobody. And when it comes to this app in particular, I'm a sociable person. I'm a sapio, you know what I'm saying? So I like intellectual conversations, you know, meetings of the minds. That's one thing that gets me. So um there are the times where you see those pictures and everything, you're like, is this person real? But there are your indicators. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes the pictures don't actually be the same person. You know, it's a similar person, but it ain't that person. You know, the faves
Right.
matter. You know, how active they are in the comments. You know what I'm saying? Things like that. So we all have our signs, and we see them. We just choose to ignore them. The filters, these AI things. You know, I got a homeboy who looked like J. Cole, but used the AI filter and turned out with a suit looking like Lucius Lyon. I'm like, what happened here? You know what I'm
Yo,
saying? Like, this stuff is crazy out here. It's crazy. So to each his own.
Go.
I just feel like if you're gonna get rid of
I'm
them, get rid
real.
of them.
Let's go.
But hey, what's up, Ghost? Welcome, welcome, welcome.
What's up,
What's
man?
going
Y'all are
on?
incredible. Man, shout out to you, Shy. You talk with such great intelligence and energy. You know what I'm saying? Aquarian, you've been one of the smoothest brothers I ever met. Dre, you're growing tremendously. It's incredible the depths that you've gone into your life and what's coming out you right now. I don't know what to say about that. Mir, this show is incredible. It's getting better. I remember when I was first on here. Yo, I love it here. What are you talking about? Shout out to y'all. Anyway, I just wanted to come in and mess with y'all, but
Right.
I totally
Hey,
I
agree.
appreciate that,
I
man. That's that
totally agree,
positive
Shy.
love.
Everything you were saying. This has been one of the most remarkable understandings of finding out how people can be so secretive and so much in a box and then be nothing what they are. I have learned so much. Like, I don't even know if you can talk to me anymore. I don't believe you. Don't talk to me. Don't talk to me. I don't believe you. I don't believe you. Like you know
right.
what I mean? Like, but nah, but I feel y'all. But I will say this. We all have discernment. God gave us that. I trust in that. We know who's real and who's not when we really look at it. That's all I'm gonna say. But I just wanted to come up and say, I love this. Shout out to y'all. You know what I'm saying? I just stopped through and I was like, this is really good. And y'all men have spoken incredible. And I'm thankful to come up here and say that because I can't say that in many places. Let me tell you, it's
Man,
far
I
and in
know.
between. I can come up here and speak this and feel it and mean it. So let me tell y'all, I enjoy that. But thank you, Mir, for being the leader of that and bringing that here. And, you know, I remember when I was just coming in, one of my first shows, I had so much fun. It started to show me inside how great I could be and what I project. And I've had so much fun since. Like, if you're not having fun on this app, get off. We don't need you here. You're complaining is weird. All that is weird. Just do it your way. Nobody can do it like you, period. So what is we arguing with? Can we just get together for once in our lives and all make money together and enjoy it and build the app up for us? If you don't like it, go away. It's weird. That's all I wanted to say. Love y'all. Shout out to Miriam out here. Like a ghost.
Yeah, I
It
just
was
want.
big love.
I kind of wanted to add on to that because I feel like, you know, if you do the numbers, if you've been on this app and you ask around, there's people that's been on here 3 years, 5 years, but those numbers are very seldom, you know what I'm saying? Very small. So if you ask somebody that's been on here 3 years, how many people been with them since they started, it's like less than 5, you know, less than 10, you know. So with those numbers, now you look at it like the consistency it's gonna take to be on an app like this. Like, you know, I could be cool with a person, it'll take one day and there's some bullshit come with it. Excuse me, some bull stuff come with it, and now you know we not messing around no more. You know what I'm saying? So
Right.
and if you keep cutting ties like that, you're not gonna do well on this app anyways. You know, because you know
Uh,
people are gonna judge you for that.
uh-huh.
Then you got other people in the app that want to put their 2 cents in of why y'all not dealing with each other no more. So and I'm a strong believer. That's why I made it a point to go to that live fest. I believe that if I'm gonna be on this app talking how I talk and popping my stuff and claiming that I'm a real dude, I gotta meet you in person. You know what I'm saying? I gotta see what's up. You know, I done met they ain't there my whole top 5 already, but you know, I popped out at Live Fest and you know, I didn't go to the Live Fest, but I was out there so I could have a chance to meet people I wanted to be around with. I didn't want to just be thrown around with a bunch of people, but I had the option to where okay, if I want to link up with you, I can link up. You know what I'm saying? And I'm you know I'm honored to you know even bro he know me from before I was even off the app where he heard about me and everything you know because I tell people all the time I was validated before I came to this app. You know I'm known in my town. You know what I'm saying I've been doing things like this on this app, but outside of this app, and that's why I really love this platform. And so when people get to meet me and see that the energies match, it's a plus for me. You know, and then I bring people on here too. So. Uh,
Right.
yeah, I feel like it just take a lot of consistency and being you. You know, you don't try to
Yeah.
be nobody else.
I was telling bro, like, you know what I'm saying? Like coming from, you know, when you meet somebody that you actually like know, you know what I'm saying? Like he was versing a friend of ours and I was like, he had a hat on and I was like, shoot, only certain people I know would have that hat on, you know,
The
like unless
boss
somebody
hat?
gave it to you, the sandbox.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and only that's a small community. You wearing a sandbox hat, you got to be. Yeah, everybody can't wear that hat. You know what I'm saying? So I was like, yeah, we tapped in. You know what I'm saying? And it's been up ever since then. You know. All right, 6'6", survival instinct. What's your survival instinct on the streets, man?
Hmm. Not putting nothing past anybody. I'm prior military, you know what I'm saying? Saw combat twice, made it back home. Complacency will get you killed out here. You understand what I'm saying? Complacency. One moment of lacking, and not being aware, not paying attention could be your last. So just being aware of your surroundings, who you're around, you understand? Paying attention to the discernment that Ghost talked about, because we all have it, you know. If you got that feeling, you know what I'm saying, let's move this way, shake that way, follow that. You feel me? I've had that my entire life and it's never led me wrong. You know what I'm saying? It's one of the reasons why I'm here. I'm able to say what I'm able to say, but follow that discernment. We have it. They say women have intuition. We got the discernment factor. You feel me? Like we gotta use what we got as well. If you feel like the hairs in the back of your neck, I'm bald. We ain't capping around here. The hairs on my head start to stand up. I'm about to get low. That's all I'm gonna say. I'm about to get low. So you know what I'm saying? Just paying attention to where you're around everything else. Don't try to do too much out there and then think you're safe everywhere you go. People will be looking for you too. That plays a part into it also. You know what I'm saying? You don't take a dump where you stay and all that other type of stuff. You know what I'm saying? You gotta keep your nose clean. But yeah, just pay attention, people. Pay attention.
Yeah, you got to stand for something. You'll fall for anything. For
Exactly.
surely. Aquarian, what you think, man? What's the survival instinct for you, man?
So I'm gonna take everything that 6 6 said, and then we're just gonna add on to that and just be like, you know what I'm saying? Like humbleness, right? Like when you move around in different areas, right? Like researching areas that you're going to, like if you're traveling, if you're going around different places, like you know what I'm saying, like because I think Dre was talking about it earlier as far as like lingo. Like, right, like certain lingo can get you beat up, like in certain areas, like can get you an issue. Like you don't even realize that you just saying it on some regular stuff, like because where you from is one thing, but over here, like they take that way too serious. Like, what is it like? I think it's like it's either Cali or New York that it's like if you call somebody goofy. Like here in Ohio in the Midwest, you be like, oh, you goofy. It's just like you funny. Like, but I
Right.
forget which one it is, but you
It's
call them a
weird.
goofy, it's like, hold on, bro.
Weird
Like
when
what?
you, yeah, when you say weird out here in California, like that's like the ultimate. Like you really feel pierced calling somebody weird or weirdo or something. Like I
Right.
don't know.
So
It just
you
instantly
just gotta
boils your blood.
Right, so you just gotta pay attention to like, you know what I'm saying, like awareness of people's mannerisms and their changing in their mannerisms, right? Like, because a dude could walk past you seeming cool, and the next thing you know, like because you're not paying attention, he running up on you, you're like out of nowhere, like right? You know what I'm saying? Like, remembering when we talk about humbleness, right? Like remembering that regardless of who you are, where you are, and where you from, you ain't nobody in this other area. Like if I'm sitting here and I go out to this state and I'm not from here, like you go move with a little bit of humbleness, like you in somebody else's spot, somebody else's place, like somebody else's pain, like right. So you just gotta know what you're doing when you move around places, like. And I mean, I've never been a flashy dude. I don't get down like that. Like you'll never know. Like I'm not gonna wear it in front of you, like for what? Like unless it's like my
Right.
Apple Watch or something. And mind your business. But nah, it's just like yeah, it's just really just having respect for the areas that you're in, other people's territory, other people's places, other people's houses. I mean, if you got some sort of home training, then you should understand it anyway. Like right. If your grandma was around and things like that, they would have taught you that real quick anyway. Like respect other people's houses, respect other people's stuff. Like people just be like Ghost said right there. People way too entitled. Like they think that they can just touch your stuff and come and do this and jump in your conversation. Like, bro, mind your business. Like,
Right. What you thinking, Dre?
I mean, now I know survival. A key to survival is the people you have around you. That's very important. Who you surround yourself, who you have around you. Because awareness is important when it comes to survival. So, uh, situation occurred before. I'm trying to make this short, but I was just in like a club setting, and there's two ladies arguing. One of the ladies was the homies lady, and the other two was like, interested in him, and they was arguing on the side. He wasn't paying no attention to it. He was in his own world. But, I could have just like let the stuff go and like be like, that ain't my business because that ain't my girl. And that ain't, but I took it as a position of the man who knew how to deal with these situations, and I, created separation between the two. So if I got other dudes around me with a different awareness of certain situations, it makes me that much sharper. You know what I'm saying? It makes my chance of survival that much stronger. So I think people get up on the aspect of survival as an independent thing, like, crossing off the list of what we gotta do for ourselves. But it's definitely when you see people surviving like Naked and Afraid, when that they lose that person, it get real hard. You know what I'm saying? They need that little other person to help them out. Once they lose a person, they usually do not last in that show. You feel me? Ain't nobody just going through there by themselves lasting that stuff. So I mean
For
that
sure.
just lets you know something right there. When it comes to survival, it's definitely important about who you have around you. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Anything else? 6 6.
Yeah, just make it quick because Dre definitely tackled what I was about to say, but to piggyback for that, going where you're celebrated, not tolerated. Let that marinate for y'all.
Thank
Go where you're celebrated and not tolerated. You
Slow it
understand?
down for 'em.
Like that's a big thing out here. You understand? A lot of people you think are going to be there, and be solid and everything else. It's those situations where you test folks to actually show you who people actually are. But as long as you are
Right.
surrounding yourself with people that celebrate you, it could be the most minor accomplishment, the smallest thing. You know what I'm saying? You getting something together for yourself, actually saving something, doing something. Those people, keep those people. Because when them huge blessings come, they're going to be just as more excited than you are. So be where you're celebrated and not tolerated. And that's really all I got.
Right, for sure, for sure. Hey man, look, y'all, how times change every Wednesday. If you guys have a topic, a specific topic you guys want to tap in on, man, that make sure you DM it to me if you want to hear in-depth conversation on it. And if you just want to get in the box after the show and chop it up about certain stuff, man, feel free, man. Today we're gonna do another segment after this one, with some of the members from Ponderosa. So definitely stick around, listen to that. You got some feedback, jump in on that also. Um, so look, I always ask every show, is there something you would like to contribute to the conversation or a conversation while we're all here in this feature? So anybody can jump in.
Well, I'll start. We need more of this. I'm talking about collectively with everybody. We need more of this. I said earlier, I'm gonna say it one more time for y'all. We need us a safe space. We need it. You know what I'm saying? We need us a safe space. It starts with us. That's the biggest part. It starts with us. We need the like minds, the like energy. The change happens with us. It's not going to happen just by us sitting back, letting the days pass, whatever the case may be. We got to get active. You can get out here and want to climb shorty board, whatever the case may be. You can get active, going internet and networking with your fellow brother. You know what I'm saying? Trying to big up someone, support their businesses off of here. We have this platform. I call it the greatest virtual high school in America because it's awesome. It's what you make.
For
We
sure.
have this platform. Use this platform. Build those connections. Build up your fellow brother, your fellow sister. That's what it's here for. If you're getting up here to beef and be about a bunch of other stuff, I ain't got time for you. Don't want to kick it with you, chill with you, skate with you, nothing, man. Because if it don't make no dollars, it ain't making no sense. We got all of this
Right,
networking. This network is right here. This internet's right here. Let's use it for a purpose. Let's be the change we want to see, and it starts with us. But
for
fellas,
sure.
my brothers, we need more of this because the change definitely starts with us.
I also
Mhm.
feel like that people missing a blessing when they misdirect themselves on this app because a lot of people like quit and they be like, oh, I got real life. They use that and I understand that because we do, but they'll be like, uh this ain't real life, this ain't, but it is though. This is like a stepping stone. Like this is like training for life, you know what I'm saying? Because like it's so much you can learn and grow on this app, not just about yourself, but about other people. You guys are in a situation, or you ladies, guys, are in a situation where you're around people from different upbringings, different cities, different states. It's almost like being in the feds. But in there, you can't block or kick nobody. So you got a problem, you got to deal with that person. You feel me? So in that aspect, it's a little different, but it's the same concept. Instead of being in a city you from and accustomed to certain ways that y'all grew up and everybody's accustomed to it, to where if you ain't with that, then you're not representing the city. You get to be yourself, you get to learn yourself, and you're around people with different viewpoints. So you get to see how you really fit in the world instead of just your city. And I think that's powerful.
It's a fact.
Yeah.
It's a fact. I
Mhm.
feel
For
like
sure,
I feel
man.
like I feel like that was what people lose sight of what's important, and what's important is yourself, right? Like for your peace, your safety, you know what I'm saying? Like who you are, right? Stop worrying about what other people think about you, how other people feel, the intangible things that you can't control, like, right? How they react to you, what they do, and all of this type of thing. Worry about the tangible, right? What you can control, how you react, how you allow it to make you feel, how you allow it to affect you, like, right? Because I feel like that a lot of times that just in general, we just like Dre was saying, this is real life. Like, I mean, this is an extension of real life, but it is real life, right? A lot of these people would never meet you face to face, but that's the blessing, and it can be a curse as well. Like, right? It can be a curse in the sense of we allow people to get close to us that probably would have never been able to, and they affect us, they hurt us in ways that we probably would have never had to deal with if we had never met them. Like, but at the same time, like that's all up to you how you allow it to really deter you or keep you strong. Like we all here for each other at the end of the day. We all doing the same thing. We on here trying to make a way, trying to get us, whether it's some extra change or whether it's your main source of income, whatever it may be, there's no place of judgment, right? Like, but just really protect your peace and do what's best for you at the end of the day, and just don't scam nobody. Because
Man, there's so much I want to say. But y'all hit so much on the head. You know, man, I came in here, didn't know what this app was gonna consist of. I believed in myself. I believed in everything I learned through the military, you know, like Shad talks of, you know, the diligence, the will that you can have, the things that you thought you couldn't do, but you can. You know, then I got the best gift of all, my queen. And she came into my life and she changed everything about me. You know, I humbled myself with her. You know, I was able to humble myself through her, with her, because of the love she gave me that women don't give, that they say they want to, but they don't give it even sometimes when they can. But when you have a man that deserves it and those things line up, yo, the creation is amazing. I'm really humbled by all of y'all. I'm humbled by y'all every day. No matter what. Do I talk stuff about a lot of people? Yeah, because I'm comedy, I'm fun, but I'm honest too. There's a lot of truth in what I say. But the bottom line is I love seeing people make it more than I love doing anything. And that's a downfall, but that's who I am. So I don't care what anybody thinks. I'm here for one reason. I came in this place to burn it up, have a good time, and amplify everybody around me that I love and that's doing their thing. And that's what I've been doing. So y'all gonna check out the rundown on Friday. You're gonna see another reason why Ghost is who he is. And I mean that. You do it for yourself, but then you do it for others because we can. And I mean that. Love y'all, for real.
Right. Yeah,
Love
make sure
y'all.
y'all
Real.
make sure
That's
y'all
real.
tap into the rundown on Friday. Yeah, for sure.
most of
Go see some of the products, you know, of the like the community, you know, get noticed, you know. Um, all right, you guys, anything else you guys got before we switch over to the second show?
This is a dope show, like they said, and I'm honored to be here, bro. And I respect what you're doing. I appreciate you, and we'll
Oh
keep
yeah,
on.
you guys is always welcome, man. You know what I'm saying? You can either book yourself or just show up. Like you see Ghost and been on like 4 shows. You just show up and hop in, you know what I'm saying? So if it's ever a time or a place or a topic you want to just hop in on, you know, we got a thing here we call trusted users, you know what I'm saying? Trusted users, people that have been on the show before and we know what you look like, we know what you say, we know what's gonna come out your mouth, you know what I'm saying? Just hop in, you know, if you got something to say, you know. Um, so it's always been a pleasure, you know, and being recommended is always good too, you know. 'Cause I like to do I really wanted to have it so my show people can get on here and be like, this is what's going on in the world. This is what I feel what's going on. The show is about history and social norms. Nothing's as big as a social norm as getting on a social media app and speaking about topics and what's going on today. You know, somebody could have came in here and heard a message from one of you gentlemen and the whole day changed. You know what I'm saying? And when you put different minds in one area, it doesn't matter if somebody's like, all right, well, I'm gonna fave everybody. They might fave everybody and only go to 6 Live. They might fave everybody and only go to Dre Live. But that's because that message, well, what you said directly connects with that person. That's what I say. Everybody had a different viewpoint today. Everybody got different energy today. You know what I'm saying? So it's good to be able to put together people from everywhere and come together and be like, all right, well, everybody has a different viewpoint on street knowledge or clothing or this or that. That's why you pick the lives that you go to. You know what I'm saying? You go to that one person stream because they directly connect with you. You know what I'm saying? So
I do want to say something real quick if you don't mind.
go ahead.
I've started on this app in February. Like, it is not often that I've had a chance to come around males on this app that can be amicable with each other, that can have respect for each other and not be trying to overtalk each other or the ego gets involved or things like that. So I met Shad before. It's a pleasure to re-meet you in this fashion, having a chance to hear you and talk to you. I'm saying, like, listen to Dre Stone, first time meeting you, King, you know what I'm saying? Like, but also pretty much the same thing. Like, so I'm gonna definitely start tapping into both of y'all streams. Like I'm saying, like, so it's a pleasure to meet both of y'all in Mirror. Anytime you want to have a conversation like this and you want men, feel free. You know where I'm at, you know where I be. So let me know and I'm here.
All right, for sure. Yeah, man.
Look,
I'm saying when you're available, right?
one last
Nah, that's
announcement.
fine.
I do have a Man Talk Monday show that I started off on this app with, and I closed off season 1. I'm gonna bring season 2 in about March. You know, so I got some things going on with apartments and baby on the way. I was gonna bring it January, but I got a baby due January, my first one. They
All right,
Congratulations.
congrats.
Great.
getting everything ready with that. But yeah, so on Man Talk Monday, it was a powerful show. House of Lust, about it. People that cried on there, like the things we was discussing amongst men. It's like so a lady said down there, like they wasn't used to hearing man talk like that. Like we was talking about everything, like a man's insecurities and like just
Right.
different men's upbringing. And it's a powerful show. And I think I'm definitely looking for my next cast. So if y'all interested, just let me know. And
Say less.
we're gonna bring that in March. So.
I
Go
definitely
ahead,
got your
hit me up on
page.
IG. Got you, bro. Hit me up on IG. That's it.
Mirror,
There we
Mirror,
go.
thank you for the opportunity,
Good looking, bro.
the platform, your platform, what you have built on how times have changed. I'm an old dinosaur on this app. With me being back for the past 5 months, you know what I'm saying, trying to get reacquainted and everything else. With what you've built and what you've done, I'm just happy to be able to actually be a stone, you know what I'm saying, what you've done.
Mhm.
I definitely want to be back. Man Talk Mondays, Dre, if you need me, I'll be there. As far as this starting 5 go, you know what I'm saying, I feel like we might need a whole loop around because we missing one. I don't know if you got a Charlie horse or something. Internet wasn't working for my boy, you know what I'm saying? So hopefully next time he can actually finish the game with us. But yeah, I enjoyed it. I definitely
He was
enjoyed it.
look, he was ready
Yeah.
too. It's been like this all week. I told him, he'd be like, hey man, Wednesday, man. He said, I got my setup, I'm ready, I'm getting on there. One thing is that everywhere I go, I'm known now because I wasn't originally, I'm known as the dude with the topic, right? I keep all kinds of topics in my phone that I just randomly see, and then I'll go on a live and somebody will be like, Mirror, what was Wednesday's topic? I missed it. Or what was the topic you talked about? So then I just went in there to say hi, and somehow I'm there 30, 40 minutes going over topics, you know what I'm saying? Or people that I don't ever think ever been in here will be like, oh yeah, Mir got a show. And you're like, and he got real dope topics on there. And I'm like, I've never seen you personally, but at the same time, the comments move so fast, I don't really know who's in here. It's been 617 people that slid through here.
Let's get 619.
How am I going?
Let's get 2.
Right. How am I gonna see everybody? You know what I'm saying? I can't see everybody.
Oh yeah, y'all favorite Lady Luck too. That's a homegirl from the town, man.
Oh yeah. So it's weird because the homie he in here right now too. He from San Diego too. Like soon as one person from San Diego got in my box like 2 weeks ago, now it's been like 9 or 10 people from the same city as me. Just like, hey, what's up? Like I remember you from high school and all kinds of stuff. You know what I'm saying? So it's been fun. All right. So look, y'all. Ken hit the box, Nay hit the box, you know what I'm saying? Ken's gonna introduce the next topic because I can't remember exactly. But if you guys want to stay and speak on it, you guys feel free, you know what I'm saying? No, Nay ready, you know what I'm saying? She already in the let's see. All right.
Too much of me.
You ready? You ready? I said Ken and you jumped right on in.
You said Nay and Ken. Don't do that.
Starting 5, yep.
Smile, Mary.
Just because you said it, I'm not. Oh, you taking screenshots. I'm weak.
Yeah, I'm gonna post it on my thing. I need to update my stuff, so.
Morning, y'all.
What's up, Ken?
Well, look, you
All
actually
right,
got
y'all.
one. Actually,
Hey,
right now.
Ken.
Hello, Miss Nay.
All right. Before we get started, for the people that are in the comments, Ken and Nay are going to speak about a different topic, and feel free to hit them with a fave. We're all a part of the same family, unit. We're all from the same city and everything also. So
You're doing it for
uh,
family.
Ken is gonna take the lead on the questions and everything, and me and Nay are just here for input. So whenever you're ready, Ken, you could go ahead.
It's gonna be interesting. So today I wanted to talk a little bit about getting a second date when it comes to, male versus female perspective. The importance of it, what factors into it, and what you kind of actually look at when it comes to wanting to consider it or thinking about whether it's worth your time or not. So one of the first questions I wanted to ask, does the person's available appearance factor in at all? Like when they show up, because I know it's like, the second interview. So it's like the way that they show up, like if they're like, hey, I just got off work, but they wear a suit and they just got off work versus just showing up in some flops and like, jogging pants and stuff and a t-shirt.
It does. For me, it does matter. Appearance is a big one for me. I don't know if you heard the term "Miss Put That Shit On." That's what they call me. So, with that being said, I'm gonna want my man to step up to them standards. If we're gonna be out in public, I don't want for them to just be looking at me like, "Ooh, she pretty. How did he get her?" Like, I want it to be a both equal love. Like, it's 2023. We grown. We don't need to be going on a date in joggers. Put an outfit on. Show me that you care, about your appearance.
How about you, Mir? What do you think?
Pretty much, I feel like when you go, whether it's a first date or a second date, like most people won't just hop up and be like, I'm gonna go to the date however I'm dressed. Most people won't do that. They'll rush so they can get, fly or fresh or whatever to go on a date. I understand if, sometimes grown adults will be like, hey, look, I just got off. I know you get off. They make like a little stop and be like, hey, let's meet over here for some coffee. You got your scrubs on. I might have a construction vest on or something, some dirty boots, but it's about the time, what I'm saying, we're putting together to meet with each other. So it really depends off of the female, because I would say men, if I can meet you in any kind of capacity, I'm gonna do it. If I like you, I'm gonna try to meet you any kind of way I can, just to be there, But most of it be like the females thing, like, you want to look good for her. Yeah. So that's what I say.
To be honest with you, I think, that is important. It's kind of crazy though, because like women can literally, it's weird, dude. They could throw on anything, guys don't care. And that's that's one thing that I was like kind of amazed about thinking about back in my youth, because some dudes are just after one thing, and then it's like, oh, I don't care if she's wearing like some juicy couture or whatever like that. You know what I'm saying? But it's like, I gotta agree with Nate and you. It's like you gotta at least try to look your best, because if you're going on a date with somebody and people see you, what if you end up running into somebody that both of y'all know, or you're gonna end up seeing in the future again, and they're like, damn, he was wearing that. That's the best that you did to try and get this person to be with you for good.
Yo, you remember on your show when we did the sneakerhead show, when we were talking about the messed up shoes, and they don't want you. Your shoes could be crusty and dusty. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
The important thing for me, honestly, it's really, really important. Like, it's not about the material part. It's how clean you look. It's the cleanliness, like it's the aura you bring. All of it's a part of it. Look, I got a lot of sneakers, but it's the idea that I deserve to look the way I want to when I go out and feel the way I want to. You know what I'm saying? And it's self-pride, right? If you don't have that, I don't know how strong you are in life. Like,
Right.
you know what I'm saying? It's bigger than that. We try. So there's some people that just do it for the looks. We're not talking about them. We see them too. But it's the idea that you're doing it for like what you believe in you. And that exudes when you go around others. And you want that. That's what your look too. It's just not good enough. People want things to be good enough. No. Do it all. Like, yeah, if you come from work and you gotta go to a date, yo, go take a shower. Your presence matters. I get it that you worked hard, but am I enough quality woman for you to give me your best after working? That's the type of dude I am. I'm giving you all of it. You know what I'm saying? I guess it just depends. Some people be like, nah, but I worked hard. I don't care. I don't know.
But you stink. But you
Right,
stink though.
right, right, right,
You know,
right.
hygiene is important.
Yeah, so
Especially
there's a thing where it's too real, it's too lazy in a way. You know what I mean? Like, because I want to go where it's hard. So wherever I feel like I got to do a little bit more work, that's usually the right place. You know what I'm saying? And I know it's hard, but I like that. I like the difficulty, right? They don't think ghosts can be this fun and loving. Yeah, I can every day. They don't think I can bring this energy. Yeah, I
Think
can
about
every day.
like there's people that look dirty, but they don't smell dirty. What about those people?
Perception is perception is so much though. Like sometimes
reality is.
like we don't want to get in front of the gun to know what it's gonna shoot us, right? So I don't know if I'm taking chances anymore. Like that's all I'm saying. If I'm gonna tell y'all what, if I was single, man, look. I don't believe nothing y'all say. Like, I don't know where I would, like, this world, well, even I would think I would ask for an application, but that wouldn't be good enough, right? I would need the credit scores. I would need your STD scores. Like, I'm just being honest. Like, that's how it feels. Like, I don't trust nobody. I just don't. Like, because it's like the guy who stinks and throws all that cologne on. Yeah, at first, you know what I'm saying? But then when that stink comes in, you know what I'm saying? It's like, that's who you really are.
Exactly. All right.
Yeah, I know
I
it
mean,
is. Good shot.
that's a European
But I don't trust
that's a
it. I
European
don't
thing, to
trust
be honest with you. A lot of French
I'm
people believe
gold.
that.
What's your
I'm gold.
next one, Ken?
I gotta agree with. I gotta back up a little bit and agree with Nate on that though. Like honestly, if you're not gonna take the effort to try and at least shower up before you get ready to be with somebody, like the last thing you want to do is be kicking it with a girl at like Ruth Chris, and then she smelled like McDonald's French fries, and you'd be like, what? You know what I'm saying?
Not
So yeah,
McDonald's
definitely
French
trying to
fries.
put some kind of effort into your opinion, because your scent
I was
and
thinking of a
everything like
bad
that.
smell. I was like, McDonald's French fries. That's pretty tough.
So
I mean, like
Hey,
it don't smell terrible, but it's like that.
McDonald's French fries smell is really strong, and
It
It is.
is. It's like
yeah,
that
It is.
oil. It's that oil like grease. You're right,
And then that
though.
Chappelle show, it's like, ew, you smell like French fry. Trying to
right.
holler at a shorty. It's like,
It don't matter though.
do
Like
you,
one thing I realized for sure is because like I had my
Don't
sister. I
smell like
remember she was a regional manager for Burger King, and then she was like a general manager for like some other places at one time. And I remember being in line with her one time, and somebody was like, "This smell like French fries." And when they smell that, they instantly think that you're just a fry person, that you're just like whatever capacity. You know what I'm saying, not knowing that you could own the place and still smell like
yeah,
French
right.
fries.
All
So
right, let's be honest, guys. We judge way too much. Let's be
yeah,
real.
yeah, that's what it is. All right, go ahead, Ken. My bad, I cut
I'm
you
gonna get
off.
out
Go
of there.
ahead.
I appreciate you. I love hearing.
Just look at him like, baby, you're 2% too crisp. So do you think that employment type matters when it comes to a second date? I mean, obviously you wouldn't be getting all up in a person's business like that, like asking like, what do you do for a living? Because sometimes people gonna lie. Like I'm gonna be honest with you, man. Like I had a homeboy who used to work with me at Pacific Gas, where I used to pump gas when I was driving for my CDL, and he told this girl that he was a petrol distribution specialist, aka he pumped gas at a gas station for a living for people. Now he filled my truck up, because when you take a car, you gotta fill your truck up with the diesel and stuff so you can go drop the gas out the gas station. But he told her this, and she was like, "Oh, that sounds extremely, sounding fancy or whatever like that." And I was like, "Doc, why'd you lie to her?" He's like, "I didn't lie to her. I told her the truth. I'm a petrol distribution specialist." I was like, "You pump gas into my gas tank?" He's like, "That's what I do."
All right. People do that all the time. And women do, a lot of times women do ask you what you do before you
Third date.
even go out on a date, before a first date. It's like, hey, you guys having casual talk. Oh, what do you do for work? And what do you do for work? So it always comes out one way or another, whether you lie or not. Like that's pretty much on you. You're a petro distribution, whatever. But if she goes on, one thing is if the term sounds too fancy and the funds don't, add up. Like if you're like, oh, I do this and that, and you're gassing it up, and then you're taking her to Burger King or go get a 4 for $4, or something like that. That's crazy.
4 for 4 from Wendy's be fire though. Well, he was making
Yeah.
good money, so he didn't have no reason to worry. He had enough money to get him a brand new Honda Accord with 20s on it. I was like, dude, one day it's gonna catch up to you,
Payments.
but that's all. Yeah.
Payments.
Yeah.
Well, so Nay, what you got to say about that?
I feel like employment type doesn't really matter as long as the lifestyle that you're promoting, right? You can own up to it. Just like Mimir said, if you're going to be like, military is very big in San Diego where we are. So I've dealt with military men and they be like, oh, I do aviation. I'm an E5, but you stay in a dorm. I mean, you stay in the barracks, like
That's how you save your money. That's how you save your money, though. You only get a BA. You only get a BAH. You only get a BAH to be whatever housing allowance
when you get married.
And when you get married, yeah.
Yo, man, dog. You remember Timmy Brown?
If you're E5, they won't stay on the barracks anymore. So I just learned my stuff with military men to know like if they're being truthful or not.
What's up, Shaka?
I feel like
That's
it's not, but just live up to these expectations that you want for yourself, right?
That is true. I do want to put a side note on there. Just so you know, most dudes who hit Pacific Fleet out here, they be looking to get married ASAP because they don't want to live on the ship and they don't want to deal with not getting that BAH because you get paid for your laundry services and a little bit of a stipend for your spouse. So they be trying to get married to any old person. That's why they tell you when you first hit
contract
this place,
marriages.
even if you're in the Army. Yeah, they be telling you, it's like, it's like, tuck them tags in. Don't be going to the club with them tags out. It's like, why? It's like, you already know why. And if your sergeant find out you're E5, you're done.
Right. I feel like it's a plot on both ends with that. Like dudes that are in the military, they literally, we know a few of them, they go out and they set up allotments and all different things for vehicles and just to look a certain way. And I'm in the military. And the first thing is women, when they see the military, they're like, oh, that's guaranteed healthcare. That's guaranteed place to stay. That's a guaranteed income coming
That's
in.
a bag.
As long as he don't get as long as he don't get in trouble. And there's women that directly go and seek out military men. You know what I'm saying? The same with men. They feel like, oh, I could get anyone. I'm in the military. I'm up on everybody automatically. You know what I'm saying?
Females in the military,
and we have a conflict with that in San Diego. Like we're from a Navy city, you know what I'm saying? So like there's Navy and Marines, and they have like, I think 32nd base where that black gate, the backside where the black gate is, literally would be women standing out at the black gate, or across the street, there's prostitutes that are right there also. So you got women, you got prostitutes and regular women just standing out there waiting to catch any dude coming out looking at them. You know what I'm saying? So it's all a game,
Yep, they all down there by the dispensary on 5th Avenue by the Church of Chicken.
Yep. Still.
Chicken.
Still.
Yeah, only reason why, look, background, only reason why I know that is because I did DoorDash for 2 years in between having a place to stay. So I was out there until like 5 in the morning delivering food, trying to make money.
But you got to think about it. The 32nd base is right by National. It's in National City, So National City is the Blade. So that's why there's so many prostitutes.
Yeah, and they'll get mad at the military. Like you can literally get in trouble for picking up a prostitute in the military, obviously, but they literally have them right outside their gates.
And they be tricked.
No, they do, because them stupid ass young boys will sit there and grab one of them girls up, and they'll put like a jacket on them or something and just walk them through the gate and tell the quartermaster, oh, this
Like,
and I'm like, man, you're just so stupid. Like, yeah, you're 17, 18, but you don't understand what you're doing to yourself. Well, because when I had to pump gas at the Next right there, when I was dropping gas off for Pacific Coastal, or I was delivering food, it was like, dude, what are you doing? You about to mess your whole life up. So, my next one: do you think that the vehicle availability versus the availability to provide transportation matters? Like, does it matter if I have like a certain type of car or a car in general, or is it more important for me to be able to get you to and from? Like, if I have to do Uber and it's just the two of us in the back seat, or a Lyft, would that matter at all to you, or would it be a
Not at
problem?
all. And not only that, I have a vehicle. So if you don't have a car, I don't have no problem coming to pick you up and take us where we need to go, right? Because I'm pretty sure you're gonna be like, let me fill your tank up. But if you can't, I'll fill my tank up. You know, that's 50-50. If you paying for it, I don't have no problem, like supporting the ride. So no, it doesn't matter to me.
How about you, Mir? If your demon was down and Shorty was like, "Hey, I got my VW, I'm gonna come get you," how you feeling?
I mean,
Even though you
I've
paying for
been,
dinner.
I've been on both. I've been on both sides. I've been the ride. I've been picked up. You know what I'm saying? I really say that it depends on you because like vehicle, everybody knows a vehicle is important, but like people lose them. You know what I'm saying? Stuff happens, you can get and it doesn't always and you can't always recover that fast because cars are expensive, So like if she can't come pick you up, if
Especially
she just don't want to
nowadays.
pick you up, you know what I'm saying? Like, hey, look, I don't got a car, or I gotta ride the bus, or I gotta ride an Uber or something to get to you. Like, at least let me Uber or take the bus to your house and then you drive to the restaurant. You know what I'm saying? At least I'm gonna tell you, like, hey,
Right.
look, you could take us to where we going, but I'm gonna get to your house. You know what I'm saying? Like, I remember being younger and getting on the bus and going right having a 2-3 hour bus ride just to go hang out with some girls, you know what I'm saying, or
Yeah.
going to the beach on the weekend, you know what I'm saying, or hey, I'll meet you there, or do you want to meet me at the restaurant? If you really feel like your pride is attacked, hey, look, let's meet at this restaurant. I'm gonna catch the bus, I'm gonna catch an Uber, I'm gonna do whatever, and I'm gonna get to that spot, you know what I'm saying, and then hey, you met me. And then when it's time to go, all right, I'll see you later. Give me a hug. All right, and I'm gonna walk across the street and go to the bus stop. I
I feel
made
you
it.
on that.
You know what I'm saying? Jay, what's up,
Good
bro?
Talk to
afternoon.
you.
Hey man, what's going on, man? I love the show. Greetings and grace to everybody that's on the show. I think it's important that you have a ride, especially if you just met the girl. As far as like you not having a ride, that's probably good with a female that you already know, because you already know that your personality, that you work, or whatever the case that may be, or whatever relationship that you have from before. But if you're just meeting a female, not having a ride could be detrimental to your relationship because she wants someone who's already established. You know what I'm saying? If you don't know you
That's
from
how
a
you. That's how you
campaign,
determine who's for you and who's not. You know what I'm
So
saying?
wait,
Like,
having a
that's true.
car
That's true.
is meaning you're established? Having a car? Some
Well,
people have arthritis and they can't drive.
so let me ask you a question. If you went on a date with a guy or two guys, right? Let's say they provide the same thing, they have the same personality. One has a car and one doesn't have a car. You would choose the one that doesn't have a car, or you choose the one that has a car.
It depends. If the one that doesn't
Now,
have
if
a
they're the
car,
same type of person, if they're the same type of person, same personality, same values, same whatever, one just doesn't have a car and one has a car, which one would you choose?
the one with the car.
Thank you. There you go.
Hey man, not too much on me.
There you go.
that's
You
crazy.
can't lie about that. You got a point.
Hey, thank you for
Look,
letting me get in, though.
yeah. At the end of the day, at the end of the day, you're gonna look for certain things like, all right, it's like a man, that's like a dude. Like, you gonna talk to a woman that doesn't have a car versus a woman with a car, because you can always be like a dude. One, he was like, all right, we both on the bus. If we meet on the bus or we meet on the street, I understand us rocking with each other like that. But it's like, hey, look, you don't have a car. There's plenty of women that help men get cars. There's plenty of men that help women get cars. You know what I'm saying? So I don't feel like a vehicle thing. You just got to figure out who's gonna rock with you, who not. You'll
So
know
is
within
it safe?
like a few hours. You know what I'm saying? You'll
So is
know.
it safe to say,
If I be
Mir,
like, I ain't got no
that
car, you gonna
from a
know.
male perspective, Is it safe to say from a male perspective that we could say that the vehicle is a part of your fit?
It is. In some cases, yeah.
Okay.
Because look at how gold digger videos are set up, right? A guy could be walking down the street, chains on, nice outfit, and all the stuff. Hey, girl, what's up? How you doing? And soon as she curves him because she don't like whatever is going on in front, and she sees his vehicle or she sees what he has, then it changes. You know, it's not like that for everyone. You know what I'm saying? But vehicles change things. Like, oh, well, it shows your income. You know, it shows that you can move around. It shows you're flexible. You know, what if she calls you in the middle of the night and be like, hey, I hurt my arm. I need to go to the hospital. Can you take me to the hospital? You can't take her because you don't got a car. What, you gonna Uber over to her house and then Uber to the hospital? She could just call 911 and get an ambulance, you know, because that's what you should do. But they'll be thinking like, I'm gonna call somebody with a car. When you need somebody to take you somewhere or do something really fast, you're always gonna be like, who has a car? You're never gonna be like, oh, I can just Uber, or they could just Uber me around. You know what I'm saying? So, hey,
That's true.
she gonna call another dude with a car. That too. You know what I'm saying?
I feel you
She
on
said,
that. I feel you on that.
ambulance is a few grand. Please Uber me, please.
Right. But
I can feel you
you're
on
thinking
that.
about every woman has a different mind state. You know what I'm saying? Like Nay might be like, yes, I'm hurt. Can you come get me? And she's just gonna say it. She already knows that you're gonna Uber over there. You Uber over there and then Uber her to the hospital. Then you guys Uber back to her house. I know it sounds like you about to go do a bunch of Ubering, but it's the initial. You're picking her up regardless, or
Right.
you can even
You're there
send
for
her
her.
the Uber. You could even send her the Uber, you know what I'm saying, to take her to the hospital and just Uber to the hospital on your own. You know what I'm saying? So, or get somebody to take you there and, you know, you can figure it out. You can figure it out pretty much. Send me the Uber.
Yeah, I
I'll
feel you
feel
on
it.
that. Yeah. So, say education versus wisdom. You know how some dudes are streetwise, and then, you know, some people are formally educated. Some of them have a mixture of 50-50, you know what I mean? Versus being able to just spit from the hip. Do you think that those two should balance out, or do you think that like a formal education should take place over the streetwise?
You got to have both.
Yeah.
Like, just keeping it, like, you ain't even got to go back and forth about that one. Like, if we're in the streets, like if I grew up, not even saying like a suburbs, like you don't know nothing, like you just like if I can't, I'm not gonna take you anywhere that I'm not safe at. If I know I can't go over there, or I can't be in this area, or this is a dangerous area, or you should already know like where you're at. You know what I'm saying? You should already understand the demographics of where you're at. It's like, all right, well, hey, babe, you know what I'm saying? It's an area people always getting shot over here, people getting robbed. You know what I'm saying? Let's go to that restaurant right on the corner and eat. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna take you over there because I know what goes on over there. And or if I do take you over there, you can only go over there when I'm over there with you.
Right.
Don't go over there by yourself.
Yeah. Or your family is over there. Right. Yeah, I feel you on that. Yeah,
Yeah.
man, you know what I'm saying? Because like I'm not in the streets like that. But even I know there's certain areas that I don't personally go over to, because I know like Skyline and stuff. It's like,
Right.
nah, man, that you don't want to go over there at a certain time. Or
See,
just in general, you got to be careful in Spring Valley because of high roof.
anyway, but
Hold on now.
no, we not gonna do that. We're not gonna do that
Yeah,
because
we can't
we
get
were all
deep
raised
into
in
that.
three different hoods in San
Hoods.
Diego, and none of
Yeah.
our hoods get along. So we're not gonna do
You see my head? You see the color of my headphones?
that. Cut it out.
hmm
Wait, my
Anyway,
mom's the crib. My family is
what
we
I just said, we not gonna do that. We ain't from nowhere. We don't care. We don't care. You know what I'm saying? Anyway,
That's so wild.
it don't matter
It's so wild.
because
No, I was
we
laughing
all could
because
be like, we don't rock with each other. You know what I'm saying? Everybody got
I was
a
laughing because
thing.
there's this guy named What's Homie. Yeah, that dude What's Homie
What's
Quan
Homie
on
Quan?
YouTube. He has a sketch where he has like this girl's mom that's Yeah, like the Skechers, her mom's of blood, and she like wrapped up her hand, like socked him in the face. I was like, damn, that is so funny. 'Cause I was
Yeah,
thinking
he
about
has
that. I
a
was
video
like, that's
where
true.
his dad he's trying to date a girl and her dad is from
Yeah, he's trying to
Dallas.
date the.
Yeah. So
Yeah, and he
yeah.
like chokes him with the bars. He's like, you better love my daughter. I was like,
Yeah.
damn, is that
So
how it really is? Is that
it is
is
really
how it's gonna
like
be when
that.
Mir have a daughter? It's gonna be like, yo, what's your credit score? Like,
Nah, it ain't gonna be like that. But
man, this is
what
about
else you got, bro?
AK-47 pounds of pressure. Just throw the Glock at you. So let's just
You got
say
cancer.
you guys are dating for a minute and you haven't made it official yet. Do you think that it's okay to get creative on like an open date? This was something that I kind of got into it with Miss Summer about one time, being thrifty versus cheap versus creative. We were talking about having a picnic in a park, and I was talking about like going and getting like a bottle of wine and turning it into sangria and maybe putting out a nice spread of like, artisanal cheeses and things like that. And it didn't get very far. But I mean, do you think that it's okay to actually like on the fly create a nice picnic spread from various things that you can create? Or do you always have to go somewhere and sit down together?
And don't lie, Nay. I remember what you said.
For me, I'm not really a big drinker, so like I could get drunk off cheap wine. This is me, y'all, okay? So if we pull up to a park and you have a beautiful like picnic setup and you got some Taylor Port, what? I'm in for it. Or you got a cheap $5 wine.
Okay, I thought you were saying Taylor Port was cheap. Well, Taylor Port is not cheap.
Taylor Port is
It
$10.
used to be.
We talking about
Right.
wine. We talking about wine though. Like you could go get a bottle of wine for $2.99 still. You know what I'm saying? $5.99. So anything over like $10 wine, I guess that would be considered cheap to some people. But it's
I had
like
all
shit.
the. I get the
Yeah.
Winkin now for $3 with Pinot Grigio, and I turned it into sangria or Chardonnay. So, but see,
All
you
wine is
gotta be
cheap.
good with that though. Like you gotta cut up the strawberries, squeeze the oranges and lemons in there to get the citrus going, and then you just pour your Chardonnay in there and let it sit. And you got a whole
Oh,
carafe
he
of wine,
true
and
to
you just
this.
pour
He
in the
ain't new to
glass.
Yeah.
No, true to
He
this.
said
You know what I'm saying?
he said turning turning water into wine. That's what he doing.
Yeah, you go crazy enough, man, and your girl is with it. You could set up a Game of Thrones night. You know what I'm saying? And be chilling and feel the vibe.
Yeah,
But I mean, that's when you gotta get creative, especially when you broke. To be completely honest with you, you could never let a woman know you broke because that's like, I mean, not that she can't sense it or she don't know it, but it's like you just gotta keep that aesthetic there to let her know like you special enough to me to where I'm gonna do whatever I gotta do, just short of looking like Krusty the Clown stepping on a banana peel for you.
Yeah, at that point it's a mad dog, but I'll take it just for you. If I mess with you.
So a dude could literally pull up, throw a blanket down, have some sandwiches and some Mad Dog, and you good.
Wait a minute. Hold on. Hold on.
I'm
Sandwiches,
just
To be honest,
Mad Dog.
bruh,
You
I
sound like my
don't.
uncle now.
I mean, be for real, a mad dog, but like if it's cheap wine, like I wouldn't care. He may have like little paint canvases from the Dollar Tree, but it's
Some
all about
Thunderbird.
like us bonding, us, like I don't care. I do not care. I do not give
Now
no
I can
damn.
understand that. Get a bottle of Thunderbird, a bottle of Thunderbird, and some hors d'oeuvres or
so
something, or some strawberry.
first off, yeah, a bottle of Thunderbird hors d'oeuvres and strawberries don't even sound right. Because when I hear Thunderbird, I think you gonna make some set juice. You know what I'm saying? So you gonna get some Thunderbird, some cherry Kool-Aid, or some blueberry Kool-Aid or some raspberry Kool-Aid, whatever y'all
That's
drink
old
over
school,
there.
man.
You know what I'm saying?
It's our grandparents' time when they used to be winos.
What's up, bro?
Hmm
You know, uh,
But I mean, being able to impress her on the fly is the most important thing. Because to be honest
Louis
with you,
Farm.
a lot of women these days, as strange as it is, they don't get impressed by it. Because we were talking about that the other day. Some women don't get impressed by a dude unless he's talking about, oh yeah, you know what I'm saying? Our first date, we're gonna go to Paris or France, and then like you done broke yourself because that's your vacation money and your vacation time, and
I
then
don't
she
know.
comes
I don't know
back,
about y'all.
and then
When
she's
you
just
hear
like,
about
Hold on. Okay,
whoa, whoa, hold on.
Mirror.
I don't know about
rolling out the
y'all,
red
but
carpet.
I would hear like, okay, I got a story about how my parents met, right? Two sets of my parents, you know what I'm saying? Because I got a mom and two dads, right? So my dad, he was in the Navy, right? And my mom met him not at the back gate, you know what I'm saying? My mom was a
Not the
singer.
fleets.
No. My mom was a singer or whatever. My mom and her sister, well, my aunties, you know what I'm saying? So my dad would go to this club all the time and he would listen to my mom sing. And that's how they met. You know what I'm saying? He would always try to buy her drinks and she would always say no. She'd be like, go talk to one of them other hussies or whatever she would say, you know what I'm saying? And that was like, and then she gave him a chance and then boom, magically I got brothers and sisters. My other dad, you know what I'm saying, he used to take my mom to the same restaurant every Friday or Saturday, every Friday or Saturday. It was like they went there on their first date and they would go there every weekend or every other weekend for 20 some years. You know what I'm saying? So I would say like it's how you do it. You know what I'm saying? Like it's literally how you do it because okay, even though the restaurant probably might have been expensive or not expensive, because I've been there before. I've been there on a date before. I'm like, oh, my dad used to take this girl here. I'm gonna go there too. You know what I'm saying? So I know the price point going on there. When I think I'm impressing somebody, I'm gonna be, oh well, shoot, I want to take them here. I want to make sure it's here. It doesn't matter about how much money; it's the experience. But I've never thought about let me do a picnic. You know what I'm saying? Only because I just never thought that you'll know who you could take to a picnic and who you can't, and you're not gonna do it too soon. I feel like picnics would be like date 6 or 7. Past that it
Yeah,
wouldn't
when
be
you're
no.
together.
It wouldn't be like no. Hey, I just met you. Let's meet at the park, and I'm gonna roll this all out for you. I feel like it's past that.
That's when you gotta have a little
Royalty.
smoke involved.
That's respect.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. Let me tell you a story about my grandfather, how he met my grandma.
You
So he
told
met
me,
her
and
at this place
it's
called the
pretty funny.
Fleets. That's one way. So that's how he got her to go out with him the first time. So she was still like dating dudes, but it was weird because what you just said about your mom being like, nah, you ain't buying me no drink. My grandma told me that was like a common thing back in the day because I don't know if liquor was stronger back then, but she was like, you don't let no man buy you no drink in no club or at no, whatever, because they be trying to get you drunk. I was like, that's true. And my grandfather used to shoot dice in order to get our rent money before any of us were born. So he was in a circle with this guy that took my grandma out, and the place that he took her, I guess he did. My grandmother told me that they did plate sharing, where he ordered this big ass plate of food, collard greens, ham hocks, all that stuff, and he would just get a second plate and give her some off of it. And so I guess my grandpa found out about this and was like, "That's not right." So they shot dice together, and they were in a circle, and he took the dude's whole paycheck, and he used that to. He got out of the circle, took my grandma out to eat with the money, and that's how she ended up like I guess deciding she wanted him to be her dude. I was like, wow, I don't know how the hell that became like, a determinant factor, but she was like, he's a better earner than him or something, or just not cheap.
You over there
Oh,
freezing, bro.
oh, sorry, I was drinking. I was like, does that count as being a provider? Like taking that dude's money like that? He's like, no, I just wanted to prove a point. And I was like, does that factor into the relationship at all? Like, if you know that you're dating multiple guys and the dudes ain't really trying to show you that you're unique or special like that, and then this one guy comes up and is like, let me show you something. Does that become a thing for you, Miss Nay, where it's like, this guy actually does kind of care about me to the point where he's going to take this woman's money and take me out with it?
Ask me that one more time in a different way.
Rephrase it for her.
There you
So,
go.
let's say a guy's trying to impress you, and you got a guy that's a buster, right? And he's trying to be cheap on you or whatever like that, and he ends up, gambling his money away. And I'm in the circle too, and I end up taking all his money, and then I use that money to take you out. would that sway your feeling towards me,
First off, you a
knowing that he did
buster.
that to you and it
You
was
ain't
like,
even gotta ask her, nigga, because she shouldn't even have no input on that. And he's a buster because if we're shooting dice, first off, you with me, and I'm shooting dice with the homie, and he wins my money, and then he takes you out on a date. Y'all both weird.
with that money?
It don't matter. It don't matter. It don't matter. The date don't matter at all. If I'm shooting dice with Ken and Nay is my girl, and Ken hit me on dice, and all of a sudden him and Nay are going out on a date with the money, it don't matter with the money that you won or whatever. You're both weird. You know what I'm saying? And on the dead homies, I need a fade because I'm gonna knock you out, and I'm gonna get my sister to piece you up
But
because
why
you're
though?
both
Do you
weird
lost
at
fair
that
and
point.
square though?
But it ain't about the loss. It ain't about the loss. It ain't about losing the money, because if I would have lost the money and me and Nate would have went home, that's a different story. The issue is that you switched up on me for some money, and you supposed to be the homie, and you took my girl out. You're both weird. It ain't got nothing to do with no date.
The homies would be competitors for her. I'm saying like I took
Because
her
it's
out.
been plenty.
You
Look,
took her out.
on everything I love, there's been plenty of times. I'm not a dice shooter, you know what I'm saying? But it's been plenty of times where me and the homies didn't play basketball, or we didn't play football or something, and your girl on the side, and you scoring touchdowns and stunting or whatever you doing, you pull up. You got, you pull up in something more saucy than your homie, or you got a job, or you whatever you got better than your homie. You should never use your influence and what you got to try to sway your friend's girl. You know what I'm saying? And if she's
That's true.
quick to just jump up and go and mess with one of your homies over that because you got more than I got, that's weird. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? And that's what I said,
Yeah,
that's a
that does
sucker
sound
move,
weird.
that's a square move. And just like I said, I'm gonna knock you out, and I'm gonna get my sisters on her because that's weird as hell.
Respectfully,
Okay, I can understand that.
How you gonna be my
No, I
girl
can
and you
understand that. I
just
can
switch up
respect that.
over a dice game? Because clearly, if I had the money to lose, you know what I'm saying, you were with me. It's not like I lost everything I had in that dice game. So it's like, why would you just switch up over a dice game? It means that you was already doing stuff like that, you know?
or y'all was,
No.
you
Or you
and that.
already been, yeah. I don't know what's going on. That's gonna bring everything to light for me. So
Ben, and
I've
split the
had
money again.
homies that have done that. I got a relative like that didn't talk to girls after me, and I just would have been like, I'd be like, why'd you even, and then when I talk to see them, I'm like, so you must have liked my cousin too, or thought my cousin was cute too, you know what I'm saying? Because you
Yeah,
dated him after me, or a dude after me, like that's weird, you know what I'm saying? Like,
that is kind of scandalous. You're right.
I don't know. I hold, like I always tell people, I hold myself to standards that other people don't. If you're my homie and you date a girl, I would never talk to that girl. She automatically off limits. It don't even matter. She could
No,
literally fall down at my feet. I don't care. I don't want her.
Mark.
If you even know any
Mark.
of my homies, like my brother, you know what I'm saying, my younger brother and my older brother, when they would bring girls around and they stop talking to the girl, and I see that girl later on, oh, what's up? Fist bump, keep it pushing. I don't care. You even
Yeah,
know my brother. I don't want to talk to you
I remember how
because
Raven tried to play you
I
that
know
one
how my
time.
brothers are. I know how my brothers are, and most of likely 60% to 70% of the chance, if you know my brother, he either did hit or tried.
Yeah. No,
You know
that's
what
a trip,
I'm saying?
because that reminds me of what you're talking about Richard, how like he was trying to like date all of his homeboys' exes, and they would all hang out in the same circle. And I was just like, that is the
Right.
strangest thing I've ever seen in my life.
We literally have a friend.
Mm.
The girl dated all of our friends. We got 5 homies. The girl literally dated all of our friends. She dated Jamarius, Jose, and the other dude, right? And then
Yeah,
she broke up with them. And then her best friend, dated all 3 of them too after her. And it's
yeah,
like you were just with him, and now so like it's like they were swapping girlfriends back and forth. You know what I'm saying?
and
Why is that cool?
Yeah, that's not
it was the weirdest thing, because to me it was like like you was just with this dude like 2 weeks ago. Now we're going to see a new movie, and you're with this other dude, and it ain't weird, and y'all are still kicking it. Y'all ain't
Y'all
trying to
double
fight
look,
and stuff.
y'all double dating on Friday, and then you come back and double date again on next Friday. Y'all just swap girlfriends, and you sitting there tonguing her down, he tonguing her down, and y'all like it's weird. No, I don't care. It
Yep.
used to mess me up because dudes would be, I ain't even gonna say her name, but dudes used to really be like, oh, she bad and she this. I'm like, man, she didn't dated half the class.
And it's like,
She
why would
didn't
I
went
want to
out
go
with
after
all
that?
the whole front row she done dated. She done dated the whole front row in class.
Yep. It's like I ain't drinking out of that glass. Just like we had a classmate that was dating one of our teachers, and like it didn't come out until we graduated, and everybody's like, we all knew about that, and then she was upset that like nobody cared, and everybody's like, dude, we all knew it.
I
And it was
don't
like,
care. We're not that. That's out. What
it's
else
like,
you got, Ken?
this ain't Degrassi. So when you are actually going out with somebody, when you consider a second date, do you think that the relationship with their family factors in? Like, at what point would that become a thing? Like, if you end up like going to pick them up from their house and you end up running into like their brother at the door, and you see that they're kind of like not ghetto, you know what I'm saying, but like where they live at, you're like, dude, this is kind of like the projects. Like, would that sway your influence on how you feel about them, even though they could be like the sweetest person in the world? Or
Yeah,
maybe you think like,
I'm gonna go. Go ahead, Nay. What you think? Because
like
you the
Creekside,
girl
you
in the
know?
situation.
For me, no. And I'm gonna say because I would want them to just be close. Like whoever I decide to marry or like have a child with in the future, I just want them to be able to, it don't matter where the hell you stay. As long as you close to your family members, because I'm not. And I feel like for some people that may be like, you want me to be close to my family members, but you're not. Yes, because I want to be able to have that family bond. So for me, hell nah. Shit, I'm in the hood with you. What you talking about?
I mean, that could be looked at in so many different ways because like my son mom is from a opposite hood from me. You know what I'm saying? So like going to her hood, being around her family literally lives over there. So being at her family's house, her family's not about that, but the area is. You can't stand in front of her house without somebody driving by and being
Mhm.
like, you know. So
What up?
what are you willing to do? Is it worth it? We hear it all the time that dudes risk their lives for women all the time just to be in certain areas, you know what I'm saying? So long as you're doing what you're doing with that girl and minding your business, you shouldn't have no problem. But I wouldn't be like if you're like a wanted person in the city and everybody knows you, you got a target on your back and you gotta like, oh, I live over here in Creekside or I live in Harbor View or I stay in Meadowbrook or I stay in Bay Vista or something like that. And you're like, hey, meet me, I'm gonna come pick you up. And then I don't want to come all the way to where you are. I want you to come outside, you know? Just like y'all remember the wash when they pulled up on those girls and he told Dr. Dre to go get them and it was a bunch of dudes outside. You know what I'm saying? Like that's real life. You know,
Yeah.
hey, I come get me. Well,
I
hey,
think it's
meet me
different for
outside.
women though. Because women,
That's why I said for women it
So
doesn't matter.
okay.
You're
yeah,
never gonna
it's the
be like,
weirdest
oh,
thing
well,
too,
come up.
because like
Well,
for
I
a
mean, it
woman,
might, but it most of the time it don't. Unless we
yeah, because a
literally just
woman will
got
show
some
up to your house.
homegirls outside, you know, that's just like, who is that? Like, but that's like childish kind of stuff. Like I say when you're over like 23, 24, like you don't experience stuff like that. That's like 19, 20, maybe 21, where you go to somebody's house and there's a bunch of people outside and you got to worry, but you don't have to worry about that all the time. Depends on where you at.
Yeah, if your sister's outside, that is true. Because a
You
woman
go
could roll up to a
anywhere, I
dude's
feel
house,
that.
and it could be like 10 niggas deep sitting on your stairs, and like she'll roll up and knock on the door, and it's all good. But if a dude rolls up, you know, even if you just going to like say hi, or even in high school go study or help her with some homework, you know, about, oh, that's Whoop Doo sister. Who this
I
underwear
learned to
coming up here? They'll be like,
go
where you
over there
from? And
like
it'll
you don't
stop you at the
care.
steps.
That's what I learned. Go over there like you don't care because I remember I talked to this girl that lived in Skyline one time, and I just went up, like, I was like, I'm not going over there. You live where? I'm not going over there. I think she stayed on Black Oak or something like that. And what was messed up, she gave me the wrong address. So I really went to the wrong house, which is even more crazy. You know what I'm saying? I went over
That's
there,
scary as hell.
knocked on the door, asked for her. They was like, yeah, she ain't up in here. Who you looking for? And I'm like, I said the name, and he was like, nah, I don't know that. And then his sister or whoever, mom, came to the door, was like, oh, they live next door. So I was like, all right, you know what I'm saying? And walked over there and was like, hey, you gave me the, oh, my bad, you know what I'm saying? And they all looking and shit. And he's like, he came over here by himself, like he don't care. Like, yeah, sure.
And then they hit you that. But while you at it, where you from anyway?
Uber.
You do make them come outside though. You guys feel like that's the gentleman, you going up to the door? Like how you are now, if you was to meet a woman, would you have her come outside? Or
If a new time,
No.
a new time, women, you got to think it's different now. People don't want you to approach their door, all the time. So like people be like, hit me when you're outside. That's what you hear all the time. Hit me, call me when you're outside. Call me when you're outside. You always hear that. You know what I'm saying? Unless
Like, when you're younger.
if she texts you the address, like if she texts you the address and be like, oh, this is my address, or I live in these apartments, number, whatever, and then you just go in there, you go knock on the door, like you always, unless you meet her before that time or talk to her on the phone, like you always gonna have that little thing in the back of your mind where it's weird, it's a setup. I don't care what kind of dude you are, you always gonna be like, I'm gonna go knock on the door, somebody gonna open up the door, and then I'm gonna walk in and I'm gonna get robbed. You know what I'm saying? Hotels, when you meet a girl, you give her, you met at the club and you got a hotel room, or she got a hotel and she's like, oh, come over to my room. You always see these dudes getting robbed at hotels. Getting set up or whatever. People get set up at the house. She invites you over to the house out of the clear blue sky and something weird happens. You know what I'm saying? Like you gotta have your instincts.
Yeah, especially
especially
if you met her on the party line back in the day. If you were stupid enough to meet her, on the party line and she didn't give you no details.
We talking about like now.
Yeah,
we're talking about like now versus then. We used to definitely risk ourselves more back then because we don't have the technologies of social media like we do today. You meet a girl on the party line, you don't know nothing about her, you never seen her before, all you heard was a voice. You know what I'm saying? Versus now where it's like, all right, we're all in the box right now. We've seen each other, we've interacted with each other, you know what I'm saying? And also
you can run
I don't know too many women, just like my man's right here said, I don't know how too many people that's really like, hey, meet me at my house right off the beginning. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. I've been around a little bit. It's been plenty of tactics. They give you the street number across the street. They tell you to meet them meet me out here. They want you in the light to see, because believe it or not, there's enough weird dudes out here for women to be cautious. Yeah. And if she's cautious, if she's being cautious with you, don't even take it as disrespect. You know what I'm saying? Take it as like her trying to be safe for herself.
Yeah, especially it's both ways, man. Like it's strange to say it. Like I feel like guys nowadays are leveling up and they're not simping anymore like they used to. Like back in our day, you had a two-way, you know what I'm saying? Which I never understood why the hell the two-way came out when you could text on your normal Nokia phone. And you could like send messages and stuff. And then that was cool. But it was like if you met on the party line or something, you could either get robbed because it was a girl that set you up because she knew that your family was a certain person and you didn't know how to identify them. But nowadays with Instagram,